Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to do a nice little video today. A little up-to-date show and tell about the car, what's going on. Currently right now, only issues that we have are the speed bleeder that came with the vehicle. We're trying to find out if I installed the clutch wrong or if possibly I need to change up my method for bleeding this out. Because right now, if I hold the vehicle into gear, it will roll forward, but it won't actually lock into the gear. So that's something I'm spitballing some ideas with a few people about, and gonna go from there. But 240, man, 240. So we got those good old. I think these are Pro Sport. I think that's their name. I'm terrible right now. I think those are the Pro Sport gauges. I got oil, coolant, and fuel pressure. I think last time we looked at this, the fuel cell was actually in a bag. You know, this is me trying to get more focused on bringing you guys information about me as far as like this car. I got some other personal stuff as far as like weight issues and shit like that. I went to my local parts store and just made my own lines. Probably have to get a light. Hold on, let me go get a light. Alright, back with the light. So, it's kind of hard to see it, but if you look down there, that is my oil filter. So this is where, then you can see the line fittings right here that I put on there. I got a lot of oxidation on my bolts and stuff because my garage is, it's nice. You're not outside, you know, you're inside, but it's not insulated that well. I don't think a lot of garages are unless you went like overboard with it. So I still get moisture and stuff inside, so that's my reasoning for this oxidation. There could be other reasons. If you know of something else, let me know. Yeah, buddy. 243 heads. Know what I'm saying? So, what I ended up doing, I ended up making my oil lines. I went to my local Pep Boys and picked up the fittings to run on my Red Horse lines. Red Horse is who I used for all my lines, and a lot of my fittings are Red Horse. The reason I went to the local parts store was because I was impatient and I just wanted to hurry up and get it done, making the lines, even though I literally had this car sitting with no oil in it for about 2 months, because I just was so fed up with so many fucking oil leaks. But, you know, I got just a little shit, you know. It's not perfect. I got to get something done with the front end. I know a few people who know a few people, but I got really bad trust issues, and I really feel like I work way too hard for my money to be fucked over. You know, it's not a good thing to do to people. Hold on. These are them wheels, yo. So, I'm sorry I'm not like some like baller, so I couldn't do like real, you know, real wheels, I guess, if you want to call them fake. But I paid real money for them, so they're real as hell to me. But these are the XXRs, 521s. When these first came out, I was like, fuck yeah, I gotta have them. I think I saw them on a 350Z, and I was like, fuck, like this was, like when I saw it, you know, I was so used to seeing like just like the fat straight lips, but then I saw this and I was like, what, it fucking steps down, gotta have it, you know. So I was really fortunate that I ended up with a car, because this is when, shit, I think I just had like my Honda Accord, I had my Honda Accord and I was into music. So I hope this is clear enough because I'm only gonna do it once, one take on this one. But Sin Motorsports in Charlotte, North Carolina. The owner, Bobby, forgot his last name, but Bobby, dude over there, Jason. Really good people. Pretty much one of the only shops, like true performance shops, that do all this custom welding, tunes, and all that shit, that actually like sat down with me, let me hang out with them. We went out to eat a few times, like during my time of trying to learn more about cars, more about performance shit, because I'm the kind of guy who I'll piggyback you, as far as like I'll be around you and I'll absorb shit from you like a sponge. But not a lot of people want to teach. A lot of people feel like if they teach, they're actually teaching more competition. As far as like, hey, this is my livelihood. I don't need more people knowing how I do what I do the way I do it. And I can respect that. But at the same time, the whole in-depth car stuff that they do is not for everybody. So you don't necessarily need to look at me as competition. Like, yes, I am trying to save a dime or two, because they add up, so I can put the money somewhere else. But it's not a big deal. Like for me anyway. Like when you teach, like when you're teaching me and you're showing me, I'm that guy who if I got advice from somebody respectable and reputable and knowledgeable, and I was around a friend who was dealing with the same issue, I would let them know advice or the ways that we've solved this issue for somebody else, or somebody else, this guy told me this is the best way to do it, so that's just me. I'm not the competition. I don't have all these fancy, crazy tools. One day I will, but I do this as a hobby. Like I don't do the whole car thing to make a living off it. I feel like if I do that, then it's not gonna be as fun. So it is what it is. All right, I go back to showing the car. All right, so but back to what started this whole rant, the fuel cell. I got a well cell because my fabrication skills are, and there was no cutting involved. It sits in the spare tire well. I have some galvanized straps with many holes in it. Let's see if I can. Let me go grab the light. And I don't know. Hopefully you guys enjoy these. For now, I'm gonna do a lot of uncut videos just so you can really see everything, rather than jumping frame to frame and you missing out some stuff that you might have questions or concerns about. And maybe I can help. I'm always fucking willing to help. Give information, but at the same time, you do need to do research on your own. Always research, read mad videos. But Jason told me about this setup as far as running the regulator on top of my fuel cell so that it would regulate the pressure to the fuel line and dump any excess fuel back into my well cell, run it so that I wouldn't have to run a feed line and a return line. Even though the LS motors are they run returnless. Well, the truck motors run returnless. And I think some of the LS ones too. I'll look into that. They run returnless fuel systems, so everything's regulated at the fuel filter, and it just pumps the correct amount of fuel into the motor and injectors. But I ran it like this, so it's actually dumping on top of my fuel pump that I have inside. So the cool fuel is kind of cooling the pump down. So hoping that's a win-win. I do need to go back over all this shit and rewire it more pretty. I don't really do pretty when it comes to wiring, but I'm gonna do my damnedest and take my time. Extend wires to the correct lengths. Do all that fanciness once I get some more time and more money, because we all need more money. So this is her, this and me, this is the setup, this is the garage, man. I'm big ass garage door, but it's still, it's tiny in its own way. And I got a bunch of junk. I got audio shit I'm working on, trying to get some boom boom in the truck. I'll do a video on that, hopefully. You got the stroller, you know, family man and all that shit. And then, you know, I picked up a little home jack. So now I know earlier I did say I don't have like fancy tools. But I'll do a little review on this. It's the quick jack. It's actually sitting underneath my car right now. Let's see if we can see that. Yeah, you can see them in the back. But yeah, you can see him a little bit. But it's really good. It's nice if you have like a light car that's under 3,500 pounds. And I'm pretty sure this car is under 3,500 pounds. I think the convertible was like 2,800 pounds, but I'll find out. So, sorry guys for the long ass video, but I am truly 2016, which is this year. I'm here to stay. I'm really just gonna pump videos out. Some will be long, some will be short. I just hope that you enjoy. You know, that's all I can do. So subscribe, like, share the videos for other your friends to see. You know, take this venture with me. You know, I guess have a good night, man. Bye.